Alright, I got cut off with the last video. I had to add this one on top of it. Okay, so this is always your one step back button. So you come over here, this will always bring you back. Main screen, you're going to have your navigation, your stereo, your phone, and then right here we have our Apple CarPlay functionality. If you're an Apple device user, you can actually use your Apple cable to plug into the USB with the white outline. Once you do that, there'll be a little legal message that comes up that you want to utilize Apple CarPlay. You will hit accept on that, and then it will start from this bottom row. But like setting the radio, for instance, let's go do that. So what you don't have here are physical buttons for presets. What you have is a library. So right now I'm on Sirius XM. If I open that tile up, that row up by pressing it, it expands. I go to my library, and then I can select favorites up top here. So if I like, let's say I wanted the spa channel, this channel, and this channel, I highlight the star, and then if I look under favorites, those three are now all here. So why would you want to do this, you ask? So swipe to the left the first time we do it, and now you see we have our radio favorites all in the same spot. So I've got those three channels in the same spot. And if I wanted to go to my AM stations, and I go to my library again, let's say I want to set 3 different AM stations, I would highlight those, hit close, get back out. If I go to my radio favorites, which is a little radio with the favorites icon, now I've got all of those stations in one list. So FM, AM, Sirius XM, you can go into each one's library, select one as a favorite, and then your radio favorites all show up as the same list, rather than having to toggle between AM and FM and Sirius back and forth to get there. And then if you want the full list again, you see the AM and Sirius are saved here, kind of in the wings. You just press the Sirius XM logo, and now I have all of my channels again. So if I want to go back and I want to add, let's say I'm going to add channel 30, I'm going to add 31. I go to my library, I highlight the star by channel 31, we're going to close, and then I'll go back to my radio favorites right here, and now I've got first wave is up there as well. So it's just kind of a different way of thinking, is you're putting things as a favorite in your library instead of having physical buttons for presets. So if I want to go in here, I can go to my library and edit. I can delete all of these. Hit our back button. Phone, getting your phone paired up, fairly easy. We're just going to hit add phone from down here, and then as long as your Bluetooth is on, your phone will come up in this list to be selected. Climate, probably the next biggest thing that we need to play with here. So auto, I leave it in automatic probably 99.9% of the time. You can hit auto right here. It pulls up a menu, and then you can select the level of fan that you want. So if I wanted a little bit more fan, I dial it up. And then it will automatically put the climate, put the temperature in each zone. So the head, the body, the feet, to the temperatures we've selected here at the bottom left and right corners. Where this is a little different, let's say your feet get cold and you want a little bit of extra air on your feet. You touch the little humanoid's feet, and then that zone is highlighted. So that's getting maximum air at that point. Same thing to the chest, same thing up top. And then if we hit auto, it just goes back into automatically monitoring and maintaining the temperature that we've set. There is an option for parking climate, where you can sort of precondition the car if it's going to be in a garage and you don't want to remote start it in the garage. Obviously, you can add a timer to precondition that just basically turns the fan system on to get air moving and working inside the car if it's stationary and parked inside the garage. And then you have rear climate. So you've got second and third row, both temperature down here and climate for the second row. If you have people in the third row, remember you have to turn that third row on so that they get air distribution. Otherwise, they're going to be sitting back there getting kind of hot. But second row passengers also have this little pad here. They can hit the padlock and change both their temperature and their level of air. Their heated seats back there too. So they've got control over it, but I just wanted to show you that you had it too in that climate menu. So we'll jump back out of that. Everything that's highlighted green is currently on. It's active. There's not too much here really to play with. You can pull up your camera and look at your backup camera. Your 360 view is here as well. And then you can pull up just a specific camera. So you touch the car and touch the camera you want. So there's off to our passenger side, but I'm getting a view of the where that tire is actually at. So I'm in reverse right now, and you see the little indicator line is showing me if I start moving where my front tire will be. Jump back out of that. And everything you can play with here. If you just want normal cruise control, for instance, you can press that and it becomes just normal, regular old cruise. I'll jump back out of here. So that's on the left side. We've got our main screen here with our nav, our media, our phone, and our CarPlay. If you swipe left on this right side, here you see you've got some quick buttons for AM, FM, Sirius, which you can toggle between the radio bands that way. But remember, we've got this button right here that pulls up media, and I can toggle between AM, FM, and Sirius just by doing it on the steering wheel instead of having it right here. Your car is also going to have the sound experience, so you can change the sound output and optimize it to the way that you would like to listen to it. So whether it's just the driver or whether you want all speakers to be up, so if the kids are in the car and they're listening to their devices and you know, say, Mom, the music's too loud, I can't hear anything, you can perhaps put it in driver mode so it is only on the driver instead of on everyone inside the car. There's a surround sound option, and then of course a tone, so there's some different equalizer programs you can use there. Probably the biggest thing I'm going to leave you with here is if you pull down from the top, inside of your settings, there's a multitude of things we can do in the My Car menu. Namely, the locking and unlocking. You can choose whether all doors unlock with the key, whether, you know, any door, all doors unlock, you know, by touching the door handle, or if it's just a single door. In this case, it would be the door that you're touching. I would think most people probably want it in all doors, and whether it gives you feedback for when the car is locked, when it is unlocked. Several things that we can do in here with, like, the wipers, for instance. I always turn the rain sensor memory on, just because if we've turned the rain sensors on, the next time you start the car, they'll be off. So I like to leave that on. So again, from absolute zero, pull down, settings, My Car. You're going to go to your wipers. Make sure that little box is checked up there. Also from top, you've got, again, the owner's manual. So I think that's going to be a really good resource for you. Not that, you know, obviously we're always here to help too, but sometimes if you're, you know, sitting out in the garage at 10 o'clock at night, obviously we're not going to be available on the phone. So you could always take a look at that too. And that's got some really helpful tutorials and videos on it. So I hope this helps. I tried to cover the big things that you told me you had concerns with: the seats, the stereo, and give you just a real good basic overview of the car. So hopefully you got it back now and you're enjoying it, and we appreciate your business, and anything we can do to help, please let us know. So we're always happy to help, and hopefully everybody's happy, healthy, and safe. So thanks, Shannon. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.